Oh, sure. Anita Watkins, political science and Spanish in 1994. Vice President for Government Affairs for the university system. The thing I love about working for the system is that they all bring something really unique to the state. And there is such an offering out there for any student, no matter what size campus they want or what they want to study. There's no question for me as to why we stand out in the nation. It is really, really an incredible system when you look at it all together. I always knew I wanted to go to law school. I left here very prepared to go to law school, but ended up at the advice of Abe Holtzman getting an internship at the legislature, and that introduced me to the policy world. And that led to a job offer of the President of the Senate, Mark Bassnight, and I worked for him for several years. And then I did eventually go to law school and get my master's in planning, but that I have stayed in public policy ever since. So that path eventually led me to an offer to come work with President Bowles in the university system a couple of years ago to represent the university system on government affairs. And it's definitely not been the path I would have charted out for myself, but I'm really happy to be where I am. He was my advisor, which I was very fortunate to have him as an advisor. And he recommended in my junior year that he knew how much I loved the debate and policy of some of the classes I had taken in political science. And he recommended looking into the legislative internship program, which he, at the time, was in charge of. I applied and was very fortunate to be accepted. And that sort of led me on the path that I'm on, and Professor Holtzman and I stayed in touch over the years until his recent passing. I think the connection between my two degrees was a really nice surprise. I spent a summer abroad in Bolivia, and my studies there ended up being very politically focused while I was there, and learning about the political structure and the governance structure in Bolivia and being able to bring that back to my political science discussions was a nice combination of the two. I think that CHASS is absolutely unique from the other colleges on campus that are so much science and technology based. And while science and technology are absolutely a part of getting a degree from CHASS, they've got to be able to think critically and technically, but they've got to have a latitude of understanding of lots of different cultures, lots of different ways of thinking, how to think critically as well as technically to survive and where we are heading in our economy, to have more of a global understanding. And I think CHASS offers that for every student that comes in to NC State. If they want to study chemistry or engineering or textiles or ag, they're going to still need the humanities and the social sciences in order to have a well-rounded perspective to be successful in those careers. Those that end up coming to State and say, well, I don't really know what I want to study, I'm sort of interested in the humanities. Yeah. My response is always, you don't have to know. There's so many opportunities that when you get there, you'll figure it out. You'll just make sure you're open to all opportunities, and when you get there, you're going to see the right path for you. And I think also just, the Wolfpack Nation as a whole is something that I'm proud to be a member of it. And yeah, I think just overall the experience at NC State was one that I really treasured.